Congratulations to the St. Louis Blues. How's it going, boys? Hat-Trick Line 8 back with another video. And we're going to be talking about the Blues' miracle run to their first Stanley Cup after beating Boston in Game 7 last night. We're going to be going over a little bit about their season, the reasons I think they won the Cup, and I hope you guys enjoy. Once again, congrats to the Blues, and let's talk a little bit about the Blues season. So obviously we're going to talk about how the Blues were in last place at one point in the season. Just over half a year ago, on January 8th, they sat in last place in the league. They ended up finishing the regular season with a record of 45, 28, and 9 and finished third in the Central. In the playoffs total, they went 16 and 10, and they won their first franchise Stanley Cup. Now, I don't watch a whole lot of Blues hockey, but obviously as a Jets fan, I watched them in their first round series with the Jets. I think the Jets kind of played themselves into the loss, but there was no denying the Blues looked like they were on a tear. They were far from a team that was a last place team. They had, Jaden Schwartz really came into his own that series, made up for his bad season, and it was unbelievable to watch some of the chemistries of these guys, especially the younger guys, because they haven't been in the league too long, but they looked like they've been playing with each other for years, and that's one of the things that I think that helped the Blues win the Cup was every line was playing like it knew, what it had to do. The players matched well with each other, and it was incredible to watch. So the Blues, they reigned supreme, and we're going to go ahead and talk about some players that helped make it happen. So obviously we have to talk about Binnington the Beast. Now, Binnington was called up right around the time that the Blues were in last place in early January. He pretty much carried the Blues to the playoffs, if we're all being honest with each other, with a record of 24-5-1. He also followed that up with going 16-8-2 in the playoffs, and pretty much confirmed brick wall. One of the bigger things I noticed in that playoff run against the Jets the Blues had was really how Jordan Binnington was dominating games. This guy was making absolutely insane saves left and right. Like every chance he had to make an insane save, it happened. There were lots of plays that, should have been goals that, and a lot of plays that were, could have been series changers, to be honest, but the play of Jordan Binnington outclassed anyone in that series, and he helped the Blues move on to the second round, and the third after that, and the finals after that, and unbelievable. The first ever goalie to have a 16-win playoff round as a rookie. Absolutely insane. Put up the numbers, did the work, and Jordan Binnington, what a year for the 25-year-old rookie. Next up, we're going to be talking about Ryan O'Reilly. Now, we all know Ryan O'Reilly as, this great defensive centerman, one of the best, if not the best, face-off man in the NHL, but definitely can put up the points, and it really showed in these finals and the whole playoffs throughout, honestly. 23 points in 26 games. It was tied with Brad Marchand for the most in the playoffs. Led the Blues to the finals with the rest of the forwards. And obviously defense and goaltending. Scored a goal in games 4, 5, 6, and 7. It is actually the first time that a player has scored in 4 straight games in the final since Gretzky in 1985. Just a little interesting stat I saw. And he is the Conn Smythe Trophy recipient. I kind of called it. It was going to be O'Reilly for the Blues or Rask for the Bruins, so I wasn't surprised. I wouldn't have minded seeing Binnington got it, but Ryan O'Reilly definitely deserved the Conn Smythe. Absolute monster for them. The Blues aren't here without the trade they made with Buffalo to get Ryan back last year, and absolutely paid off, paid in spades, really. What a player Ryan O'Reilly was, and definitely one of the reasons the Blues captured their first Stanley Cup. Now for a bit of fun, I just want to give a congrats. Actually, when we were watching the game and we were watching the Cup go, obviously Alex Pietrangelo went to get it, and then he passed it off to Bouwmeester, who passed it off to Steen, who passed it off to Chris Thorburn. Now this may be a bit of a shock to people, but Chris Thorburn was one of my more favorite players when he played for the Jets. He was, when the Jets first came back to Winnipeg, he was part of the GST line, which was Tanner Glass, Jim Slater, and Chris Thorburn. Absolutely hilarious line. But Chris Thorburn is actually also third all-time in games played for the Jets and Thrashers franchise. Always loved Chris. He was, a great, leader and a player to have on the Jets. I was bummed when we lost him during the expansion draft. We traded him away, but Chris Thorburn, I completely forgot he was on the Blues, to be honest, until I watched him hoist the cup. In the regular season, he only played 2 minutes, and the regular season and the playoffs combined, actually. He had one shift the entire season, but got to hoist the cup tonight, and it was a great thing to see live. So congratulations to Chris Thorburn on your Stanley Cup. And that's going to do it for this one, boys. Once again, I want to congratulate the St. Louis Blues on winning the Stanley Cup. It was hard to cheer for them as they had eliminated my team, but I don't mind saying that the Jets lost to the champions. So once again, congratulations. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little run-through of the Blues and some of their players and the miracle run that they had. If you guys did like the video, please be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out and goodbye.